What does a confident INFJ look like? Do you ever wonder what a confident INFJ truly looks like? It's not the loudest voice in the room or the most outgoing personality. In fact, it might be someone who often stays in the background, yet when they speak or take action, they command attention and respect. So, how does a confident INFJ navigate the world? What are the specific traits that radiate confidence, even in their quiet, introspective way? As INFJs, we can often feel like outsiders in a world that values extroversion and outward success. But confidence for us is different. It's about understanding and embracing our unique qualities. In this video, we're going to explore what true INFJ confidence looks like, not through the lens of societal expectations, but from the perspective of your deep, authentic self. 1. The power of emotional boundaries. Imagine you've been in a friendship where the emotional drain starts to take a toll. The friend constantly needs reassurance, and over time, you feel depleted. A confident INFJ knows when to set boundaries and does so with compassion, rather than guilt. INFJs feel deeply, often absorbing the emotional energy of others. A confident INFJ understands that emotional boundaries are essential for maintaining their mental health. Setting these boundaries allows INFJs to nurture themselves, which in turn enables them to show up more authentically in their relationships. Start by identifying your emotional limits. When a situation or person feels draining, practice saying no or gently guiding the conversation to a more neutral space. You don't have to give every ounce of your energy to others. Remember, you can be compassionate and set boundaries. 2. Self-acceptance through imperfection. INFJs often strive for perfection in their work, relationships, and personal growth. But confidence arises not from perfection, but from embracing imperfection. A confident INFJ acknowledges that mistakes and failures are part of the human experience, and they allow themselves to learn from them. The INFJ's desire for growth can lead to self-criticism, especially when things don't go as planned. A confident INFJ doesn't shy away from their flaws. They understand that growth is a journey, and imperfection is part of that journey. This self-compassion builds confidence. Next time you feel like you've fallen short of your own expectations, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Shift your mindset from perfectionism to growth. Celebrate your small wins and remember that every setback is just another step toward becoming a more confident version of yourself. 3. The confidence in silence. INFJs tend to be introverted and prefer meaningful conversations over small talk. They are often more comfortable listening than speaking. A confident INFJ doesn't feel the need to fill every silence with words. Instead, they understand that their presence is enough. While society often associates confidence with extroverted behavior, true confidence for an INFJ is found in quiet moments of reflection. The ability to remain calm and composed, even in the midst of a chaotic environment, demonstrates inner strength. When an INFJ is silent, they are often processing, reflecting, and connecting deeply with their surroundings. Embrace your silence. Instead of feeling pressured to speak or act, use these moments to reflect. Silence is a powerful tool for introspection and growth. Trust that your presence and your thoughtful silence communicate more than words ever could. 4. Deep, purposeful relationships. A confident INFJ doesn't surround themselves with shallow relationships. They form deep, meaningful connections with those who share their values and emotional depth. Their friendships and romantic relationships are founded on mutual understanding and respect. The INFJ's emotional depth makes them naturally attuned to the needs of others. They have a knack for understanding people on a profound level. True confidence for INFJs comes from knowing they can cultivate relationships based on authenticity, without needing validation from others. Take time to evaluate your relationships. Are they fulfilling? Do they drain you or lift you up? Don't be afraid to distance yourself from relationships that don't honor your emotional needs. Confidence comes from investing in relationships that nurture your soul. 5. Embracing vulnerability. INFJs often struggle with vulnerability, fearing rejection or misunderstanding. But a confident INFJ knows that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. They allow themselves to open up, knowing that this courage fosters deeper connections with others. Vulnerability is essential for building trust and intimacy. For INFJs, it's a terrifying experience to show their true selves, but it's also incredibly powerful. By embracing vulnerability, INFJs invite others into their world and allow themselves to experience connection on a deeper level. Start small by sharing something personal with a close friend or partner. Practice being open about your feelings, fears, and desires. The more you embrace vulnerability, the stronger your confidence will become, as you learn that you don't need to hide your true self. 6. Unwavering inner compass. A confident INFJ is guided by their internal values and intuition. Despite external pressures, they remain true to themselves. They make decisions based on what feels right, even if others don't understand their choices. INFJs have a strong sense of internal guidance. This intuitive ability gives them clarity in decision-making. Confident INFJs trust this inner compass, which leads them toward authenticity and alignment with their true selves. When faced with a difficult decision, take time to quiet your mind and listen to your intuition. Trust that your inner voice will guide you in the right direction. Confidence grows when you realize you are in tune with your inner self and have the courage to follow that guidance. 7. Prioritizing self-care. INFJs are natural caregivers, often putting others' needs before their own. But a confident INFJ understands that self-care is not selfish, it's essential. They recognize that to be their best selves, they must prioritize their own well-being, both physically and mentally. INFJs often struggle with burnout due to their deep emotional involvement in others' lives. Confidence for an INFJ comes when they realize they have the right to care for themselves first. This doesn't make them selfish, it makes them strong. Start by scheduling regular time for yourself, whether it's a quiet evening alone, a hobby you enjoy, or a self-care routine. Allow yourself to rest, recharge, and nourish your body and mind. Remember, self-care is a cornerstone of long-term confidence. 8. The courage to lead with compassion. Confident INFJs often lead by example, whether at work, in their community, or in their personal lives. They lead with kindness, understanding, and a vision for positive change. They know that leadership isn't about authority, it's about inspiring others to believe in a better future. INFJs make exceptional leaders because of their empathy, vision, and ethical principles. Their confidence doesn't come from being in charge, it comes from their ability to inspire and support others in a way that is uplifting and transformative. Embrace your leadership qualities by finding ways to guide others with empathy. Whether it's at work or in social settings, lead with compassion, and trust that people will follow your example. Confidence in leadership comes from the positive impact you have on others' lives. 9. Staying grounded in your truth. A confident INFJ doesn't waver in their beliefs, even when others challenge them. They stay grounded in their truth and express their thoughts with clarity and confidence, knowing that their perspective is valid. INFJs are often called to stand firm in their beliefs and values, especially when they are surrounded by individuals who may not share the same worldview. Confidence for INFJs is about aligning their actions with their core principles, even when it's difficult. Practice speaking your truth, even in difficult conversations. Stand by your values and trust that your perspective adds value to the discussion. The more you express your truth, the stronger your confidence will become. 10. Fearlessly pursuing personal growth. Confident INFJs are not afraid of change or growth. They embrace personal development, even when it requires stepping outside their comfort zone. They understand that growth is a lifelong journey, and they are committed to evolving into their best selves. INFJs have an intrinsic desire for growth and improvement. While this desire can sometimes lead to frustration, true confidence lies in embracing this ongoing evolution. They know that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Set personal growth goals and take consistent steps toward achieving them. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn. Confidence will naturally follow as you grow and evolve into the person you are meant to be. 11. The confidence to speak up for what you believe in. INFJs are often the silent warriors for causes they believe in, yet they can be hesitant to speak up due to the fear of rejection or conflict. However, when an INFJ becomes truly confident, they don't hold back. They speak up for their values, whether it's in a work environment, in their community, or in their personal life. They understand the power of their voice, knowing that it can spark change and inspire others. INFJs tend to avoid conflict and confrontation, often keeping their opinions to themselves to maintain harmony. This tendency can sometimes make them feel passive or even invisible in situations where their voice could make a difference. Confidence, for an INFJ, is found when they stop worrying about potential backlash and instead focus on the impact of sharing their truth. Their words have weight because they come from a place of integrity and deep conviction. Start by practicing speaking up in small, non-threatening situations, whether it's sharing your opinion in a meeting or voicing your perspective in a group discussion. When you stand up for your beliefs, even in the smallest ways, your confidence will grow. Gradually, you'll feel more comfortable expressing yourself in larger and more challenging situations. Remember, your voice matters. 12. The confidence to let go of what no longer serves you. As INFJs, we often hold on to things, whether it's relationships, old dreams, or even unhealed wounds, because we are deeply empathetic and nostalgic. However, confidence for an INFJ means having the courage to let go of what no longer aligns with your growth. This might mean ending a relationship that drains you, leaving behind a career that no longer feels fulfilling, or healing from past emotional scars. The INFJ's tendency to internalize everything means that they often struggle to move on from the past. This attachment can stem from a deep desire for closure or an idealized version of how things should be. However, true confidence is cultivated when INFJs realize that holding on to things that don't serve them only keeps them stagnant. Letting go can be liberating, even though it feels painful at first. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? Whether it's a person, a situation, or an emotional burden, it's important to release it to create space for new growth. Begin with small steps, writing down what you need to let go of, acknowledging the emotions tied to it, and giving yourself permission to move on. Each step toward release is a step toward the confident, empowered version of yourself. 13. The confidence to embrace your uniqueness. INFJs are often misunderstood due to their complexity and uniqueness. They don't fit into the typical molds that society expects, and at times, they may feel like outsiders. However, a confident INFJ embraces their individuality, knowing that their quirks and depth are what make them special. Instead of trying to fit in, they embrace their authenticity and the fact that they see the world differently. The INFJ's sense of individuality can sometimes cause them to feel isolated or even too much for others to handle. They may feel like they don't belong, especially in a world that often values conformity. Confidence, however, is found when INFJs stop apologizing for their uniqueness. They begin to see their distinctiveness as their superpower, rather than something that sets them apart in a negative way. This self-acceptance is the root of true, unshakable confidence. Take a moment each day to celebrate what makes you unique. Write down your qualities, strengths, and passions that make you different from the crowd. Embrace those qualities, whether it's your ability to empathize deeply or your unique perspective on life. Over time, you'll realize that the more you embrace your authenticity, the more confident you'll become in your skin. 14. The confidence to trust in the journey. INFJs are often perfectionists, and they expect immediate results in their personal growth, relationships, and endeavors. However, a confident INFJ understands that life is a process. They recognize that things will unfold in their own time, and that true growth often comes in unexpected ways. Instead of feeling frustrated when things aren't moving as fast as they'd like, they learn to trust in the journey, knowing that everything happens for a reason. INFJs often experience impatience and frustration when they don't see the immediate results of their efforts. This is because their idealistic nature makes them envision a perfect, well-structured future. However, confidence is built through patience and trust in the process. When INFJs stop trying to control every outcome and simply allow themselves to experience life as it unfolds, they open themselves up to deeper lessons and growth. Next time you feel frustrated with the pace of your journey, take a step back and reflect on how far you've come. Focus on the progress you've made, even if it's small. Practice mindfulness to stay present in the moment, rather than obsessing over the future. Trust that life will unfold as it's meant to, and have faith in the timing of your own personal growth. Remember, confidence comes from knowing that you are on the right path, even if you can't see the whole picture yet. To wrap things up, INFJ confidence isn't about conforming to external standards or trying to meet everyone's expectations. It's about recognizing and embracing who you are at your core. As an INFJ, you have a deep well of emotional intelligence, intuition, and strength within you. When you start to trust yourself, set boundaries, embrace your uniqueness, and let go of the things that hold you back, you'll naturally step into a confident version of yourself that is magnetic, authentic, and unshakable. So, INFJ, where are you on this journey? Which of these points resonated with you the most? Take a moment to reflect on what confidence means for you and how you can embody it in your own life. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about what true confidence looks like for each of us. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content tailored to your INFJ journey, and remember, confidence is not something you find, it's something you cultivate within yourself, one step at a time. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.